So what you're telling me is it looks like we're gonna have to start planting our summer buckets. So when deciding what to plant in your garden, there are a lot of different choices that you can make. In this week's episode of In the Garden, sponsored by Johnson Brothers Garden Market, our very own Chelsea Deffenbacher is taking a look at Oregon's native plants and the benefits they can bring.
Welcome back to In the Garden. I'm Chelsea Deffenbacher here with Caleb Johnson at Johnson Brothers Garden Market. Can you tell us a little bit about what we're doing here today? We're talking about native plants and ones that are found in Oregon.
Yeah, so there's a lot of great native plants, and natives are fantastic to put in your yard. One, they're used to growing in our climate and our soils. They also provide awesome, food and habitat for our local pollinators, insects, birds, and animals. So one thing that I wanted to kind of talk about today was true natives versus hybrids of natives. A lot of times people get confused about that, and should they plant a hybrid of a native if they're trying to do a native? And so thought we just kind of break it down a little bit and show a few of my favorites.
Okay, can you tell me the difference between a native and a friends of a native?
Yeah, so your true natives are going to be things that you actually can purchase at a garden store, and you're going to also find them out in the wild. Now, friends of natives are basically hybrid versions of the natives found out in the wild, but they're bred to have different flower colors, different foliage colors, and a more controllable growth habit. Some of our natives are great, but they might take over your backyard. So buying a hybrid allows you to get the benefits of that, but also not have it take over.
All right, and then there are a few that have berries on them, right? Like this beautiful yellow one right here, that will grow a berry?
Yeah, so on some of our true natives, like Oregon grape, these little yellow flowers will turn into a berry. Another one of my favorites is the evergreen huckleberry. So it's evergreen and it berries, and you can eat these berries if you can beat the wildlife to them. And then this is a snowberry, which is great for erosion control, but it gets a nice white berry on it in the fall and winter. So all have showy berries and foliage, which make them a great option for your backyard.
All right. And then the bleeding hearts here. My grandparents had these when I was growing up. Can you tell me a little about them?
Yeah, so bleeding hearts, again, these are going to be hybrid versions of the native. And you can see this one's got a little bit more of a pink bloom than the traditional red. This one's got golden foliage as well. So again, just you get some more fun options. Same thing with this heuchera. The wild heuchera is going to be green. This one's purple. So you're getting the same benefits of the foliage, the deer resistant, the blooms, but you're getting a few more options.
And then what about this one back here?
Yeah, that's another one of my favorites. Is columbine. So it's an early blooming native, and there's tons of columbine options. You can find some really cool flower colors on those, and it just makes it fun to add those. You know you're planting a native, but you're going to get a few more fun color options in your backyard.
Okay, well great. Thank you so much. That'll do it for In the Garden. Back to you in the studio.